Pennsylvania, like many other colleges, asked students to leave campus in an effort to limit the spread of the coronavirus.
Don't go away, radio audience. This should be interesting.
All right.
Once upon a time, there is a little girl who desires to see the world. So she ran down to the rabbit hole to see who she really is.
Hi, I'm Tala Fakhouri. I'm from Beirut, Lebanon. I'm in Philly currently.
Hi, my name is Joseph. I'm an international student from Uganda, and I'm an IST major studying information science and technology.
离开有时候就是一瞬间的决定，很多时候我们回到那个瞬间去思考自己当时为什么会这么做。
I never imagined myself coming to the US actually.
I've always desired to pursue an education in the US even when I was in high school. Like, it has always been a dream of mine.
And I got to a point in high school where I really liked not research per se, but just coming up with things that don't exist yet. Like, I was really interested in questions more than the answers. And I hated that in Lebanon, people only want you to be like a doctor, an engineer, or a lawyer, and sort of like do what exists. And I kind of wanted to look for an environment that was like the opposite of that, like super creative.
Yeah, I think what America has really given me is exposure, kind of to go out of my comfort zone and go like a couple miles away from what I was used to do something different. That exposure, I think, that is something really important for me, and also kind of giving me a platform to interact with so many different cultures in one space.
在每个人的心中都有对自己来说很重要的人，在那些即将崩溃的边缘，他们永远会陪伴着我们，抚慰着我们的心灵。
The important people in my life. Well, there's obviously my parents, specifically my mom, who I'm closer to, who is a force of nature, as I describe her. She's the kind of person that, it's like, if there's a if there's a will, there's a way. If she wants to make it happen, she's gonna make it happen. She'll like turn the earth upside down. And then there's my grandma, who is my best friend in life. She's the most loving person I've met. There's a lot of people, like I could go on a list, but there's a few that I interact with on the daily, but they give me a lot of strength on the daily.
A very important person in my life has definitely been my I was gonna say my it's like a religious thing to me, like it's God. So God has really been an important person in my life, and person who's been guiding me and in moments when it seems like I have no one to talk to physically. I'm able to talk to him or kind of have that conversation with him. And outside of that, it's my parents. Yep. And being able to talk to them and being able to FaceTime them or call them. And then, yeah, my friends here in State College.
家就是哪里有你爱的人，哪里就有家。如果有人做好吃的，那就更好了。
Home was Lebanon for sure. And then suddenly it's like, what is home? When I went to the US, when I left for the first time, and I was like, nothing makes sense anymore. But I've traveled a lot in my life, and I've built very strong friendships in multiple places, and a lot of places have felt like home, to the point where like the notion of home has like is not as important to me anymore. Or like it doesn't exist. It's like anywhere is home, and everywhere is home, anywhere and everywhere.
Of course, there's like home, but there's home, right? I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like home is a place where you're welcome and you can be yourself, be your true self, like just relax and enjoy yourself without feeling a lot of pressure or without being worried about like, oh, am I going to be inconveniencing anyone here? Am I going to be, like, I don't know, kind of a place where you're free, a space where you're free to think and focus on other aspects of your life, and where you have that support. I think for me, that is what I would call a home. But of course, everyone has their main home, like your permanent home. That's why they say like permanent home address, temporary home address. Yeah, so to me, like a permanent home, of course, is like where your immediate family is, like where your family members are.
疫情真的给我们带来了很多的麻烦。唉，熬夜上网课真的很累，天天挤在自己的屋子里，整个人都要发疯。可是，人生总是这样的，在最黑暗的时候，也可以发现光的存在。
Life is your own fucking game. Like, life is whatever you want it to be. You want it to be about work, make it about work. You want it to just enjoy and spend your years wandering around the world. Like, I think there's no point to life, honestly. I'm a pure existentialist and nihilist in some sense. So I don't think there's a point to life. I seek happiness in every way and pleasure. And to me, I do that through chasing highs throughout life, through multiple things, like either relationships and that is relationships with like friends or not necessarily a romantic relationship, or through traveling, through getting to know people, through reading, through just like a very in-depth exploration of the world. But yeah.
I would say life, to me, I would describe it as when your personality meets your purpose. That's when you're leaving. It's like when you're in line both who you are and your purpose are in line. Let's say you're living to the fullest. That's what I would describe as life. And to break it down, I would say life is the ability to have to breathe in oxygen and just get that oxygen, enjoy the air and enjoy the sunshine. I think if you bring it down a little lower, I think that's life. And it's us being able to breathe, being able to um, have that life and kind of move your body and interact with those around you. And then if you go into like a higher level of life and meaning and purpose, I think that's when your personality is really in line with your purpose.